So potentially, I mean, obviously, I would prefer to have Jiggy. I mean, does that not still count as the? I was gonna say I didn't see the blocking thing there, and I got a little bit concerned. I was like, huh, isn't that still being blocked? That's 7 damage. Hello, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel. Obviously, we've had so many different things happen with the changes and that for the patch updates, so I've been experimenting quite a lot. The actual clips or the actual games were ones that were in my stream, because when I was experimenting in my stream with different concepts and whatnot like that. So I will actually go through the deck first and then go into those games. But Vladimir, my man, has got that buff which has made him a lot more viable. So it's a Vlad deck. Let's do this. So I've been experimenting a little bit with Vlad, but the one that I've been doing, which we're in today's stream and the matches, is the Crimson Crusade, because we're putting him in with Swain. There's many reasons for that, as you will see in the gameplay, because putting it with Bilgewater, because Crusty Codger, Box the Puss, Fortune Croaker, those are like, you know, like your main ones. I can't remember what else is. Oh, and Lounging Lizard. There's actually something else, isn't there? I'm just trying to look at the amount of... So it's 12 cards. I mean, I'll put some shakedowns in. Okay, the amount of things that just work so well, because all of these things doing damage to themselves help level Vlad and level Swain. And so the speed of which you can level both champions with this deck is amazing, as well as the fact that you get the chance to decide which side of things are for Vlad to be dealing damage with and not to. The fact that you can go forward with Boxtopus and still actually make that damage hit in. I mean, obviously it depends on what you want to do, whether or not you actually want that damage to be hitting their core, or whether you actually really want to trade off. But the versatility of giving you the choice either way is amazing. So that buff to Vlad is spectacular. Let's quickly go through all the different parts. So yes, Crusty Codger, really solid stat line, like in terms of going down. I know that he's a 2/2, but at the same point he's also leveling up Swain and Vlad. Ravenous Flock, standard. Shakedown actually has actually performed itself in a lot of different ways. So Shakedown number 1 can be used for vulnerable, so you can decide where things are going on the board, as well as the fact that it can level up Vladimir and Swain again, by which you could use it on disciples, curators, you got different things like that, but actually can be used to kill your own minions to deny so example, if you're playing against Ezreal, because obviously my boy Ezreal is back on the which you don't, there's going to be so many Ezreal decks that I'm going to make, but the fact that Ezreal killing your own minions to deny the Ezreal getting his level ups is actually really nice as well. So yep, you got that. Boxtopus can just trade things out on their side of the board with the challenge. Crimson, just standard, doing damage into that enemy's core, works really well with so many things in this deck, like Fortune Croaker getting that draw as well as doing the damage, yet again more damage onto your opponent's core. Transfusion, such an amazing move to get people out of trouble or to inflict more damage depending on whatever's going on. Curator, just such a value play. With everything that's doing damage, just Curator is amazing in this deck. Death's Hand, obviously, to be doing some more damage. Lounging Lizard put in there just because that's that elusive damage, as well as it's a counter to Ezreal, in terms of the fact that elusiveness is stopping him. There is obviously other counters to Ezreal, like if you're doing damage to him and then finishing him with Flock, but that's just a straight up mean on the board. If they haven't got the damage to be able to deal with that, they're not going to be attacking forth with their Ezreal. Scorched Earth, just really good, as well as the fact that they can destroy landmarks, so in the odd occasion you end up in matches against landmarks. It can be used either to kill the landmark or to kill a unit. That's what makes this the most amazing landmark removal. Is it's one of the cheaper ones, but it's also multi-usable and can be quite nice. There's still quite a little bit of Star Spring being used, and that's why this is why I put it in the deck. Obviously, our 2 big men, 1 copy of Falcon, just because that is such a good finisher. If all else fails, he just falls down, and those decimates, as well as his overwhelm, become just literally devastating. As well as the fact that it works with Swain because it's doing damage to the enemy nexus, so you can start stunning things. Leviathan, obviously. The one main drawback about this deck is lack of draw. I will admit that is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of its weak points is the lack of draw, but we know for a fact that Noxus does not have that much draw. So which is like the only cards that you could really put into this. I mean, obviously, like, you know, we have the Croaker who's given us a little bit of draw, but in terms of this thing, I guess if you really wanted to, you could put like a Yebi Wound in this deck so that you could decide where the trades are going and hopefully trade something off, as well as the fact that you could be doing damage to help level Vlad. You could put in a pick a card, but then again, it's just because you've got so much high value that if you in the early game this becomes useful. Late game it becomes okay, but if you draw your big things that you can't play all of them at once, that's the reason why I didn't decide to throw a pick a card in this deck. But so you get a little bit of draw through the Croaker. It just would be nice for a little bit more draw. That'd be all I would say. Potentially you could get rid of one of these, like get rid of a Swain or get rid of a Vlad, just to throw in a Twisted for the ability to have that versatility of maybe getting a little bit more draw from blue card, or from just a damage that would help with Swain. But personally, I like where this deck is at this moment in time. Actually, you could potentially even go for a Zap. You could go for a couple of Zaps, but I don't know what I would drop for that. So, but that's just a little few criticisms of the deck. But please let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. I do love hearing your comments, every single one of them. It's just amazing, and getting back to you, I love it. Some of you guys actually come up with some really good suggestions, just really nice comments in general, so please feel free to do that, as well as the fact that obviously, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter and Instagram, the matches that you're going to be seeing were actually streamed on Twitch. So if you want to check that action out live, be involved in that chat, be involved in the theme sheet, then please feel free to head over there. I'm live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, so come feel free to go over there. It's always a good fun. There's challenges, people can do deck suggestions and I said duels and whatnot, so it's all good time. So if you do want to get involved with that, please feel free to. I'm just trying to think what else. There is a Discord link down below if you want to join the Discord. We have a games night and a movie night within there. So if you want to get involved, join a lovely group of community, lovely community that we're building, which all love Legends of Runeterra, love gaming, and love having a good laugh together. So if that sounds like fun, there is that. But yes, all I have to say is that I do have my goal of trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube or 1,000 followers on Twitch by the end of the year. Both of them extremely close. Twitch, we're within like 70 odd of which we're within 70 odd of getting that. YouTube within 170. Like literally, the amount of support has been overwhelming from you guys. So thank you so much. Honestly, you have no idea what that means to me. It means so much, and I just hope that I can continue to entertain you. That's the main thing. So if you've already done those things, thank you for your support. If you haven't already, why not consider it? If you're enjoying this entertainment and want to see more of this weird curly haired bastard man, then why not feel free to hit those buttons. But it's up to you. I don't want anyone to feel forced into anything. Anyway, let's get in and see how this deck does in those matchups. I mean, that's a go hard deck if ever I've seen one. That's an Ezreal go hard deck, because I have. I mean, it's spooky Ezreal. Spooky Ezreal. I'm guessing with go hard if I were to be a betting man. I don't actually mind this. Potentially actually throwing Swain out, because the problem is that everything that we throw out becomes a target, right? Everything that we throw out becomes a target for our opponent, and obviously that's not good. But the only chance that we have is legitimately giving him a beatdown. Like, our best chance is trying to beat him down before he can level Ezreal. That is literally the only thing that gives us our best chance, and so I'm damn well gonna go for it. Damn well gonna go for it. Yeah, I mean, he's served his purpose. He's only got 1 health. Understandable. I could actually do the damage in here so that he doesn't get that target and still make that vulnerable. Anything that I can do that kind of stops target from that Ezreal, we kind of need to do. Nice! I wanted to see a Vlad buff in action. We're going to go for it. We're going to go for it, Dog Warrior. We've got this. Right. So, big part of me go with Lounging Lizard. It also is a nice little counter to his Ezreal. If he's got thermal, he still can't kill this right now. And we kind of force this out. If he's got a trade option, which is most likely. I feel like he's got spells, but it's whether or not he wants to use those spells there or not. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather him lose that, because he could have Go Hard, but obviously Go Hard are a slow speed spell, so it's the time it takes for him to use it, and he doesn't want to be throwing his Ezreal out because he knows the so Vladimir is already leveled right now in this deck. Vlad's already leveled, and Swain is getting there. Potentially throw Swain out because we've got 2 Swains, and so if he uses thermal here, which I'm assuming he does. Thermal strike. Joestar, how you doing, buddy? I mean, yeah. Oh, vengeance. I was not actually expecting the vengeance. I was actually expecting a thermal, but it accounts for the same in the end, doesn't it? Let's be honest. So potentially throwing you out onto this board right now gives him another chance for a vengeance, actually. So maybe we don't. Maybe we wait for him to level. So. This grants him the level, as well as that I said, like, Vladimir's already leveled up. Go for the damage. I feel like static comes out here. Oh no, we're very well. I mean, an equally more viable thing, but it doesn't count towards a target. So on the plus side, it doesn't count towards a target for Ezreal. So that's why I would prefer Withering Wail over anything targeting. But I do feel like this is a go hard. I feel like this is an Ezreal go hard deck. So yeah, again, it's just become the game of literally he's just waiting for me to play something so that he can counter it. That is literally always got. But I've got to play something because his end game, if it's spooky Ezreal, his end game is far more devastating than mine. So I'm actually going to force out a captain rather than Swain because I feel like that is something that demands. Yeah, Ruination. Yep. It demands that he does something. And if I can force out all of his kind of moves like that as quickly as possible, I don't mind. Vlad can come out. Oh, there's a Ledros. I was honestly not expecting Ledros. Ledros has stepped up the what we got to kind of do move, hasn't it? So we could do that damage into it so that it's at least damaged for Ravenous Flock. But yeah, no, the Ledros has actually stepped things up insanely that we have to do something. So throwing that out, then throwing Swain out. We've got to go for a big man move. Cheeky Ledros, indeed tricky. Cheeky Ledros is cheeky. So get the level up. Boom. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's not exactly what you want. It's not exactly what you want. I want to still keep some mana because of how many of these, obviously, because we could use Scorched Earth as well. So kind of want to keep that so that we've got these things. Remember that there is also the chance of Atrocity. There's also the chance of Atrocity, so actually removing Ledros. I know that now means he gets to replay him again and put my health down to 5, but then mana-wise he can't lose. It's fine. At least we still survived that. The question is now whether or not we just go for an immediate attack forward or whether or not we also throw Vlad into this. Because, I mean, Vlad does at least mean we can start draining. So, for every single time that he's taking damage, we can also be somewhat draining. I know that obviously that he could have Vengeance and he's got, like, loads of different moves along those lines. But Vladimir just gives us the ability to be draining, which does help us a lot. We do also have a Decimate, so that if he does play Ledros, we can actually stun Ledros to go forward for an attack. Not exactly what I was... He's getting rid of I'm not gonna lie. Much confused. But he's doing the move that he's gonna do, so we're gonna do the move that we're gonna do. I'm not gonna lie, was not expecting the removal of Ledros, but I guess he's done what he needed to, especially if he's going to be using these go hards. But obviously we haven't seen one go hard yet, so which is like a Ruination. I mean, there we go, there's the go hard starting off. Ruination is always a thing. We've kind of got to go with the Decimate move here so that we could just get a big attack forward on him. Potentially, we've still got Thermal that can kill. Thermal can kill. Oh, what's he going with? What's he going with? What's the plan? I mean, he's got something. Was that potentially the atrocity move? Was that potentially like he was going to go for an atrocity to kill? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what my opponent's going for here. So he's used one go hard. We know that for a fact that the one go hard has come out. But Joestar, how are you doing today? How's everything going? Okay, yep. So yeah, 2 mystics. Yeah, 2 mystics. So sadly, we don't get the Swain. We don't get the Swain attack, which is upsetting. And this does. I mean, we could actually kill our own Swain to deny the level up. Could actually kill our own Swain to deny the level up. I feel like it might actually be necessary. It's not exactly what you want to be doing, but I feel like denying that level up, especially when he started throwing the go hards in, is actually important. Right, so it's to the people. It's to the people to the one side of him, aren't there? So for each ally on my right, so you want them on this side of him, right? Because that is the right of him. So yeah, there we go. I was gonna say we need to make sure that we're doing this right. I feel like things can go terribly wrong if we don't do this right. So there we go. There's the damage, and then Decimate. We've got 2 Decimates. Whether or not he can heal his way past both of them is gonna be a thing. But 2 Decimates. 2 Decimates, I feel, is the only thing that we've got. So, I mean, 2 Decimates. I mean, he can't even use. I mean, he's still got the ability to use go hard. So he can go hard, but we've still got 2 Decimates, so that's future because he's basically put his way out of grasp. This has gone very well. 2 Decimates here, it's done, mate. Cheeky axe to the face. Cheeky axe to the face. The thing is, we don't need to just do cheeky axe to the face. We do also have cheeky trans, which it trans off of this, which would mean that you'd still lose. That's the fast speed move as well, so I want to make sure this hits in before doing that move, but then we can just do that move and that's burst speed dead. Okay, he's trying to find. Yeah, he knows. He knows it's done. He knows. So Ashe Sej going on here, but I feel like I'll take, because otherwise it would take me a long time to recall all these things happening again. Right, I'm gonna take this. I don't mind starting with this. We've got moves that definitely help with Vlad. We've got moves which are gonna be doing some nice things for us. So
nothing escapes my mind.
Throwing you out because you're perfect. Like if he goes forward here, because obviously he wants to be trying to level up the Sej. So if he goes for an attack forward, we then do damage. We've then got transfusion and things along those lines that can really help us out. So I don't mind going with that move. I don't mind doing this. Farron, just so much value in this matchup. Indeed, Farron, just so much value. So I'm gonna throw you out because you would have just killed. That would have been the kill move there. So we just pass the turn here. Pass turn. I don't mind that, because then what we can do is so there's like shakedown, transfusion. We've got a few different things that, like, we can decide whatever the hell we want to do. Actually going to go with like widening the board slightly as well. Widening the board, giving us these things. I mean, even more Cursed Disciple is kind of what you want to be seeing. And obviously old Codger means that we're so potentially throwing out the old Codger so that it still allows a transfusion move. Because this is just leveling both of these up so quickly. So potentially, let's see here, throw you in front of this. I guess you're done right now. We've got another one in hand, so it's not exactly the worst thing in the world. Throwing the transfusion off of you. We could actually throw the transfusion off of, because how close is Vlad? I mean, Vlad's actually going to level if we do a transfusion off of one of these onto there. But I feel like I still want to keep a bald state. So I'm going to go with that instead. Should have actually still thrown something in front of this. I forgot that. I forgot about the burst speedness, so she doesn't count as a blocker. I forgot that was a thing. But anyway, okay. I mean, we've got so many things actually working for us right now. So many things. So throwing you out again. Throwing you out. Could actually go with the aristocrat on top of this.
Our strength is yours.
I don't carry change.
Going with damage. So Vlad's leveled. Swain's nearly there. We've got draw. We've got who. I need to kill this. Is the thing that I need to kill. Because obviously this now means his assessor has got like a really good chance. My question, actually, so I'm going to leave it. Oh, new channel point awards. Indeed, Tricky. New channel point awards. Because sadly, it's because of the fact that the way that I have to stream, I can't really use those old ones because Trigger Fire doesn't seem to want to be working with them. So, I mean, Death's Hand potentially. I mean, I've got to use Death Hand now so that he doesn't use the Assessor, because obviously the Assessor he'd get a draw of 2. So just stopping the Assessor move right now, and then we can always refill the board once we trade up, like if he goes for an attack. So just stopping that from being a thing. Also, like Swain is like so close to leveling right now. Could go in for an attack yet again, like going this off of here. It's not a bad move. Yeah, again, so that's leveled. That is now just like both my champions leveled. It's just drawing them. Yeti's about. That's fine. But Yeti's about. I mean, we know who we're gonna lose anyway, so you're gonna be lost to the sands of time, potentially. So we want to kind of make sure the damage goes in here at least, like a bit of damage. I guess I don't mind that. I kind of want to deny the draw, so we're going with this and then going into a Croaker for draw. We could save the mana. In all honesty, we could go with saving the mana, but I don't mind. Potentially Shakedown. We could do Shakedown off of her to decide where things are going to go. So potentially, I mean, obviously, I would prefer to have Thermajiggy. I mean, does that not still count as the? I was gonna say, I didn't see the blocking thing there, and I got a little bit concerned. I was like, huh, isn't that still being blocked? That's 7 damage. The little blue box didn't appear. I got scared. Okay, right. So Croaker, actually, probably throw you out first. I mean, obviously, turn 8, we want to be throwing out our main man, but we got draw. There we go. There's Vlad. Okay, so we found Vlad. Vlad, me lad. But how close is she to leveling? Okay, he's potentially got a really good Assessor move coming up. Okay. I've got to leave these for trades. He's got less stuff going on himself. Trading is going to be like by far like the better thing that I need to do. Well, it's your but I'm playing. So deck review. You issue. So you issue is he doesn't have Pursuit of Perfection, but I'm playing Bannerman. Well, that's your problem, buddy. You always need to be putting in perfection. Anyone not running perfection is a fool. I'm gonna go with that there. Oh, the raid coming in from Unhinged. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid, buddy. How'd your stream go? Right, I feel like we do this. Actually, or do we see what he does first? because we could do a shakedown, but I kind of want to see what he goes for personally. So blocking everything apart from that, see whether or not he accepts the damage going into Ashe. He could still have a brittle steel, could have fusion, but what's it? Unhinged. How did it go, boy? How did stream go today? Thank you so much for the raid, by the way. Honestly, it means a lot. You currently are watching as we experiment with Vladimir and what's it? Swain. Obviously a bilge water, because it's amazing. Okay, right, so they're gonna die anyway. So let's face it, they're already dead. So we might as well give them some use and make more vulnerableness on his side of the field so that we can decide where things go. It's literally the only thing that we've got that's worthwhile. He hasn't got a lot of resources. Obviously, all he needs is an assessor. The second he drops I mean, technically, maybe we should have dropped Captain Farron. Captain Farron probably was the better move then.
I've dressed for the occasion.
I feel like we leave this, keep full spell mana, go into a captain this turn, try and force Ashe into it. I mean, obviously an assessor, if he throws an assessor down, he gets significant draw. We need to really hope that he doesn't, but okay, I mean, not exactly what I would have wanted. Especially not the Ashe level up. So stream was great. I didn't realise it was 4 AM for me. Oh, buddy, staying up late, burning the midnight oil or the unbelievable AM oil. Okay, so what we can do is we can force, because it's like we kind of want to keep Vlad alive, I guess. So we can kind of force damage elsewhere. The only thing that's got a chance against Vlad, I say the only thing, so basically we can force so I feel like it's not the best move, but I want to force that damage there. We force Ashe to at least take some damage. Actually, this would kill. We can put you there and we put you there, because I was gonna say, because basically that would kill Fabergé, and then the only thing that he can, like, he can put that in front of it. It's whether or not he decides to or not. Or do we just do that decision for him? Because I mean, I guess it stops the assessor. It stops the assessor from giving him significant draw. I massively took so long on that. Right, boom, 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 and then we do still have Ravenous, which we can use on top of Ashe, because yet again we do know that we know what he's going to be top decking, right? He's going to be top decking the arrow. So, or did he top deck that already? When did he level up? Did he level up on his go? Or did he level up on my go? I can't even remember that now. But yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine. Obviously, the assessor still is a threat. Oh, the Leviathan. I mean, admittedly, Leviathan's so much more better if we already had Swain. Ooh. Okay, so she wants to take Vlad from us. But I guess so. We basically have to. We basically have to go with that move. You can take Vlad you may take our Vlad, but you'll never take our spirits. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. He says. He doesn't have Ashe on the board. He doesn't have Ashe on the board. So, admittedly, this means bad trades for us in a manner of speaking, because we're getting nothing out of it. But let's face it, he's going to be he's already going to kill Vlad. I really hope. I mean, Ashe is a 4-cost. I mean, really hope he did not top deck Ashe. If he top deck Ashe, then the world is against us. So I feel like we drop you just to get that little stat on Vlad. So Vlad's not going. He's not going out about a fight. He's not going out about a fight. We do obviously have the decimates. Potentially, we should have probably just gone straight on decimating. But I'm so glad that was not an Ashe. I mean, obviously, it's still not the best for us, but it's also not the best for our opponent. So it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, no, that's fine. I will take that. I guess we would get, like, you know, we take the damage there. We let her die. I mean, the question is whether or not we want Captain to die. So we're going to go down to 5. I honestly don't mind going down to 5. We're going to be doing 3 to his core anyway through this. And the fact that the overwhelm, he's lost like most of his what's his face resource for stopping the overwhelmness coming through, like in terms of all of his frostbites. I just basically have to go for a full-on immediate attack forward because we've got decimates as well, remember? So we could force these guys out because I mean the only thing, so I mean we could force these out on top of here. He could have a frostbite. That puts him down to 2 and then we just throw down the decimates. I feel like that's the move we go for. Sod it, we're going for it. We're going for it. This is he's only got 1 card. His resources down. We gotta go for it. Gotta go for it. We got 2 decimate chart. We got 2 decimate. Oh, he knows. He knows the decimates are coming. He knew. I mean, we had options. We had like so many different options. It was amazing. So that was the Vladimir Swain deck, the Crimson Crusade. It is an amazing deck. It has actually been performing quite well. But obviously, as I said, I do still think there needs to be a couple of changes. But it is a lot of fun to play. Or at least I found it a lot of fun to play. So please let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. And as well as I said, I do stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So if you want to come catch the action live, Twitch link is down below so that you could potentially. Like, because obviously I said, like, this was actually from games that I played on Twitch, so could see your name or whatnot, who knows, in the future. Also, what you call it, I said, there is the Discord link down below if you want to join the Discord and have a good time in there. All I have to say is thank you all so much. Hope you have a good day. Until next time, bye! You do it. I said, don't you do it. Okay. Is there literally anything that I could draw or that I could get from Flash of Brilliance that could save me? Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.